Hello there.
Better Call Saul, Season 1, Episode 7, titled Bingo. That's what you're here for. That's what I'm here to react to. Waste no more time. Let's get into the reaction. Let's smash this thing. Let's go. Last episode was a banger. Damn, they want Gale Monfils now? Trying to see who's on that wanted list.
I get a call from Mr. Ehrmantraut. He's concerned. He's getting threatening voicemails from you, accusing him of petty theft. I tell him, hey, we're gonna nip this in the bud. I don't care what the hell time it is. We're gonna go talk this thing out. And walking across the parking lot, just now, boom, there's a notepad, plain as day, lying on the asphalt, where I can only surmise you accidentally dropped it, Detective Now. Guys, that's all we know.
Tell you something, Slick. Wait till I get you back to Philadelphia.
I'm confused. The state of Pennsylvania can extradite people for returning lost property? Wow, that is one bold legislature.
Anything you want to say to me about what you found in here? Now that it's all out in the open? Maybe your daughter-in-law. Maybe she's got something to tell me.
Maybe. Maybe not.
Yeah, we'll see. First thing tomorrow. You gotta figure she wouldn't reach out to us if she had nothing to say. Hopefully whatever you are didn't rub off on the rest of your family.
His superior officer is just sitting there like, what is this guy saying? Like, this is not the wrong person. A 30-year-old veteran, like...
Thanks.
You're welcome. Let's get the hell out of here.
No, I mean, thanks as in three's a crowd. You can go now.
You're not talking to my client without me.
Yeah, he is. Please leave now.
This is the police matter. This is the 5-0 matter.
Could be the altitude.
We're a mile up, right? Sorry about the kid. He's young, looking to make his mark.
I like him.
So maybe you should talk to her before we do.
I talked. If I were to guess, I'd say she wouldn't tell you much.
Wouldn't be surprised if there's a few more early retirements. Might be a good thing. New blood.
I wouldn't be surprised if this guy is shady as well. Like, I'm just saying.
Like the kid.
He's just gotta learn, that's all. Some rocks you don't turn over.
One take so far. I love this conversation. That was such an interesting framing choice right there to have that conversation, because if you put those wall tiles, like sort of, if you piece them together and you put the ones that were just above Mike's head from below, above Mike's head to below, if you put those in sort of like a sequence or like a pattern above Mike's head and start to put in head, I think it will cover about, I think there will be like 2 more of those rows. And then it was an interesting choice to have the whole wanted picture, or the wanted sort of, what's it called at school, man? Like the notice board, the wanted notice board. The wanted notice board cover 2/3 of the screen, and to have Mike and the is it the captain or sergeant cover only 1/3 of the screen in that conversation. It's like they want you, and they had everything in focus as well. It's like Mike and the sergeant, their conversation was the key one right there, but yet I don't know if they wanted the audience to focus on the wanted poster as well, because maybe those individuals might come into play in the show. So it might have been a bit of foreshadowing right there and a way of paying attention, but at the same time, you're meant to pay attention to the other conversation. So interesting choice right there.
How could you not recognize the mind games, the scams, the The con jobs these people play. You used to be one of them. So what got said? Right now. Come on, I'm serious.
I know you're trying to help me, but you can't go.
No, I'm trying to help me. Those 2 Philly cheesesteaks, they want to lock me up right alongside you. So work with me here for the both of us.
You're safe, counselor, and I no longer require your services.
You're kidding, right? What, you think you're going to defend yourself?
It's in someone else's hands.
What, like God?
No.
Please don't say Hamlin, McGill.
I appreciate your help. Go home, go to bed. Send me your bill.
Oh, I'm sending you my bill. It's me,
The
friendly
caterpillar.
neighborhood Iceman.
And it's
Gonna run out of
Cocoon.
bacon. I'll get you next time. Chuck, you there? Chuck?
It's time for Saul to hatch and
Chuck?
become the butterfly. Mothra.
Chuck, you up there? Hello?
I'm out here.
Chuck?
If this guy in the broad sunlight,
112, 113,
Holy shit, what are you
114.
doing?
115, 116, 117, 118, 119.
oh, he conditioning himself.
20. Go inside. Okay. It's an experiment, really. I've been attempting to build up a tolerance for electromagnetic fields.
Seriously?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, like taking small doses of poison to build up an immunity.
Is that a real thing? Because that does not sound like a real thing.
It's a real thing. Anyway, as you well know, there's a 60 kilovolt transformer 200 meters south-southwest of my front yard. I've been trying to get acclimated to it. I got up to 2 minutes today.
Jesus, Chuck.
Yeah. 2 days ago, I could barely stand 30 seconds. I'm trying to get up to 5 minutes by next week.
Yeah, I'll get these out of here as quick as I can. I just need to file the 413s on some of these wills, and I'll be out of your hair.
413.
Personal property statements.
You mean 513?
Sorry, I'm just working with these seniors. Maybe the dementia's contagious, huh? So, we good here? See you tomorrow, same time.
Is he gonna have a little peek? More than a little peek? Is he gonna run through the whole joint? Was this a deliberate ploy by Saul to get him to review it? And correct his errors?
Really nice.
Why do you sound surprised?
Not surprised, no, just, could you afford this?
Oh, yeah. Are you kidding? The seniors have been very good to me. I've been meaning to expand, It's time to invest in myself. Figure this may be just the place.
Crochet a runner for the table?
Rocking chairs all around?
Yes. Make it look like the front of a Cracker Barrel, huh? Now you're talking.
This is me.
I love it.
Gotta look successful to be successful, am I right?
Well, this definitely looks like success. Great view. Get you a big fancy desk in here?
Cocobolo desk.
What?
I don't know what it means, but I just like saying the word. Cocobolo.
Okay, well, whatever it is, you deserve it.
And I want you to see this one.
Can he really afford this at the moment? The leasing on this would be through the roof.
Here we are.
Whoa. This is way better than the other one.
Is that yours? Is that
Think?
Yeah, who goes in here?
Is he
'Cause
planning-
I would be
is it-
all up in here if I were you.
is that planning to be Kim's?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It is real nice.
It's a corner office. You gotta go with the corner office.
I was saving it for someone.
Who?
Well, my partner.
Your partner? Who would that be?
Pitch it, pitch it.
Well, you said you were interested in elder law.
That is so. Thank you. Really. But I've got a lot invested at HHM. With what's going on now, I'm closer than ever to partner, like maybe 2 years, and I'm in.
Yeah, I know. It's just a thought.
Plus, you know, they put me through law school. I feel like I owe them. Actually, I do owe them.
Fuck
Legally,
him!
you know, but it's a nice start. Jimmy.
Just, you know, playing with ideas. So I had the extra office and everything.
Yeah, no, I get it. I want to see the kitchen.
That was awkward. I mean, it's like asking a girl out on a date and she doesn't know how to reject you. But like, she's like, yeah, you're nice, but like,
I don't even have stainless at home.
man, she left it hanging. She left it hanging. It's okay, soldier. We move on. There's other fish
I
in
know
the
this is
sea.
the last thing you want to hear.
What does that mean?
We're not in a great position to win at trial.
But we came to you people because we were told you win cases.
Winning doesn't always mean getting a favorable verdict at trial. We try to achieve the best possible outcome for our clients given each individual case.
That is facts. She is right.
Frankly, we've worked very hard to stave off an arrest. After the misunderstanding about your camping trip, the DA was concerned you might be a flight risk.
Flight risk. We were practically in our own backyard.
That's exactly what we told the DA.
Brother, Saul had to do a full journey to Mordor to get to where you were camping. What do you mean in your own backyard? That's not how land works. What?
In any case, I think we've managed to come up with a deal that is very favorable under the circumstances.
No. I want to see the contract for sale or purchase for their property. I want to see where their land extends. What is this sorcery?
I hate that terminology. A deal is what they got, OJ.
Well, Betsy, maybe we should,
This
you know,
is terrible
hear it.
term. What kind of deal?
If the prosecution decides to file, which is definitely the direction this seems to be headed, and if they choose to stack charges, Craig, you're looking at 30 years in prison.
30 years?
That's the maximum. And given the nature of the charge and the current political environment, I'd say we should expect it.
Oh, they're going to
Public
Saul.
outcry in cases like these.
They're
is a
going to
big
Saul.
factor.
Bingo, they're going to Saul.
However,
They're playing
after much
BINGO, they're going to
discussion
Saul.
with the DA, who is also invested in keeping the press to a minimum. Admitting wrongdoing and making the county whole again goes a long way here, hence the minimal sentence.
Making the county whole again?
It includes the stipulation that you return $1.6 million in misappropriated funds.
Give back the money?
But there is no money.
There's no
I
money.
told you Craig is innocent.
I understand. However, I'd like to emphasize again that this deal is Craig's best chance of minimizing jail time.
You're telling us there are drug dealers and murderers walking the streets, but instead of going after them, they want to put an innocent man in jail.
There's no other way?
I'm sorry, I think under the circumstances, this is your best option.
Murderers and rapists, and this is how they...
This girl's going to take Karen to a
There is
whole
no
new
money.
level. I know I just watched The Mist
You
the
have to
other
take
day,
this to
but
trial.
Look, you have a difficult, but nevertheless straightforward choice to make here.
I just want to pause quickly. She is giving like the right advice a lawyer would make, obviously, in the situation and circumstances that are arising. This is the perfect way she's talking to her clients. But in the end of the day, a lawyer is bound to follow the law. Like they're bound to. In Australia, it is like they're meant to give advice, but initially, in the end, you're bound by your client's instructions. And if they want to go to trial, so be it. I mean, the plea deal is absolutely fantastic, but obviously you have to plead guilty. But the plea deal for 16 months down from 30 years, like normal clients in real life that know they're guilty would probably take that, because if you do take it to trial, you could possibly get so effed up, it's not even funny, especially knowing that you're guilty and you're wasting the court's time. You're gonna get effed up at a trial. You're gonna get absolutely destroyed. And even a well-established law firm like HH&M is saying that. But knowing us, for purely entertainment purposes, they're gonna probably go to Saul, and his antics are gonna be able to maneuver a way around it. But in a real life scenario, like, you'd probably take the plea deal here, especially knowing you're guilty, because the law doesn't mess around. All right. And if you're taking it to a trial by jury, you're exonerating a lot of the court's resources right there. And yeah, you don't want to do that, especially taking a full length trial. A trial by jury, it takes time. And if you're found guilty, you're going to get so stuffed up, it's not even funny.
On one hand, you give up the money,
I just told you there is no money.
plead guilty. It's painful, I know. If you go to trial, you'll most likely lose. And Craig goes to prison for decades. Your children will grow up seeing their dad through bars on visiting day. 2 years from now, you can be starting over. It's tough. I know. But you're tough people. And your family?
Nah,
Deserves it.
the husband is weak ass, man. The wife may be tough, but the
I'm gonna
husband.
give you a few moments to discuss this. I know it's a big decision.
We don't need to discuss it.
We're leaving.
You're fired.
How about we go to my office and discuss this? I'm sure there's a solution.
That won't be necessary. We will no longer be requiring your services.
It's not
She's the
personal.
biggest Karen in the
I'm happy
world,
with what
man.
we presented to you. There may be other directions we can go.
We're done here. Please stop following us.
That's not a good look.
Oh, 70! Oh, 70! Oh, yeah!
I just want to say, like, a recent example of a case, like, is the Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion case. I'm not sure if you guys know about it, but I listen to Tory Lanez music. I love him as an artist. But unfortunately, he was found guilty of shooting Megan Thee Stallion in the foot, and carrying an unregistered firearm. You can say what you want about the case. I'm not going to speak too much about it, but, like, he had the option to take a plea deal for 4 years, but no, he thought he could win at trial, so he took the case to a trial, and the jury convicted him guilty, and he got 10 years instead. So that's, like, a recent example of, like, that was just happened. That was, like, 2 weeks ago as well. So, like, that's the benefits if you F around with the court and take it to trial when you can enter a plea deal earlier on.
70's a good age, and the action never stops. I hope you all took your heart pills, because it's almost too much excitement, right? Keep your elbows to yourselves, okay? No body check.
He's got to keep the peace with the
All
elders.
right, what do we have here? Wait for it. Lucky B6, just like the vitamin, right, which you should be taking.
Notebook.
Yeah, it's an adorable notebook. Do you like cats, Miss?
Irene, I love kitties. I have 2 Siamese cats, Oscar and Felix. Felix can wash himself. Oscar won't. He just won't.
What a lovely story. Thank you. Can you take that to Irene, and when you come back, cover? Yes, of course. One moment, please.
That's the receptionist.
Deja vu. Hello again. Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Same meeting
How
place.
may I be of service?
Well,
Dressed
we
different.
would like to hire you as our attorney, Mr. McGill.
Wow. Really?
However, we
Is
have
this the same place Mike has his... No, is it?
certain conditions, and these are not up for debate. We want no jail time. 0. Craig is innocent, and we expect you to prove that.
Shut the
See his
fudge
name's
up.
Weird like this any longer.
Honestly,
Can
this
we
woman...
back up just a scooch? Because last time we spoke, you were very enthusiastic, you were positively insistent about being represented by HHM.
Well, we've parted ways.
If this lady was my client, I'm going to jail with her because I am screwing her over. I don't care. If you're going to court, I'm going with you. I don't care. I'm taking the job. You're being a prick, man. Honestly.
May I ask why?
If I'm going to court, you're going to court with me.
Disagreed with their defense strategy.
Okay.
They treated us like we were guilty.
So your previous objections to my representing you are now?
Oh, I'm sorry about my bluntness at our last encounter.
Unfortunate.
Yeah,
No, we're very sorry.
we thought long and hard about it, and
And we're given
I can't stop
your
laughing.
passion and your can-do attitude. We just believe that you're the lawyer for
for
us.
us, yes.
Well, as flattered as I am by this, since we last spoke, I've changed my area of specialization. So I concentrate on elder law now.
You said that you would fight for us. You were adamant.
You promised to get us a not guilty verdict.
I don't think I exactly promised that.
You said we would be client number 1, morning, noon, or night.
Yes, and I meant what I said at the time.
Things change.
Times change.
Thank you.
But we've already paid you a retainer.
Shit.
A retainer.
That is what you called it. That was your specific terminology.
That was a big
Can you
retainer.
excuse me for a moment? I had a big gulp on the way over.
Oh.
Hey. Hey there. Funny story. I found something that belongs to you. Again.
Yeah? What?
Who? Picture the 25th Hour starring Ned and Maud Flanders. I don't know what you did to piss them off, but it must have been good.
What did they tell you?
Not much. Just that you treated them like they were guilty.
Jesus. Look, Jimmy, I know this is a lot to ask, but you have to convince them to come back to HHM.
This is very unethical.
Yes.
I don't think lawyers should be doing this between one another.
What's it worth to you?
Jimmy, I'm serious. They left because they think they can win this case, but they can't. I managed to scrape together, from practically nothing, I might add, a deal they should feel lucky to have. This is their absolute best bet.
I'd love to sing my own praises. I doubt I could get you a deal as good as the one she already has.
Okay, we don't want a deal. We want you, our lawyer, to exonerate Craig.
Exonerate? That is a big word, particularly.
There will be no deal. There is no money with which to make a deal.
Can we all three just parachute down from cloud cuckoo land? Because we know, without question, there is money. I distinctly remember a spirited game of tug of war over this money, which we then discussed at length. You made many excuses justifying your possession of said money. It's there. It exists. It just, please, for my own sanity, you can't hide a big bag of cash forever, and you certainly will never be able to spend any of it. So go back to HHM, apologize to
My
Ms.
word, how
Wexler,
times.
and for Christ's sakes, take the deal.
My word, how times will change. Will change.
If there were any money.
Lady, enough.
If there were any money, there would have to be a full accounting of it. Every penny would have to be present. Every single penny. You understand?
All of it. That includes the 30,000.
Craig, yes, he gets it.
Craig, you're getting pegged, bro. I don't care. This woman is pegging
We're in
you
this
every
together,
night.
Mr. McGill. Come what may. Now, where do we begin?
Stuff this woman, man. Honestly.
There you go. Kettleman. That's
Yep.
all.
I said it a couple episodes ago. If Saul is gonna have to represent the Kettlemans, they're gonna have to. He's gonna have the HHM is gonna have to hand over all the documents that they have on the Kettlemans, all the files, everything, and yep, they have to do their due diligence. And it's just what happens. They have to do it.
Where's Kim?
When you change law firms.
We moved over to the East Wing.
The East Wing?
Is this
the
Hogwarts,
cornfield.
bro? The East Wing?
Why are you sending her to the cornfield, Howard?
Never heard it called that before.
Well, that's what you call it. You're gonna punish her just because you lost those two batshit Kettlemans? You notice I'm not exactly crowing over how I snaked them away from you.
Jimmy, here are your files. I'm not going to discuss my employee policies with you.
I'm gonna need some help here.
Yeah, you sure are.
What a prick. There are so many pricks in this show. That they don't deserve the gun, but like they deserve justice. That was a similar shot they used. They used the same technique from which episode? Was it 3 or 4? And Kim was sort of in a different position. She was closer to the P3 smoking, I believe. Oh no, she was in the same position. And it was the same panning back shot as Saul was coming out, but this time Saul ended up kicking the trash can. But this time he's removing files.
Best case scenario is my 2-year plan just became a 10-year plan. You had to take their case.
I'm sorry, okay? I tried. I really did.
It's not being fair.
I love this episode.
Right, they'll do what they want to do. After I worked my ass off finagling with the DA, and it's just like, whatever.
There's gotta be a way, you know? I take it to court.
You lose. Kettleman did a terrible job covering his tracks. For starters, they've got reams of checks he wrote for false expenses. And I can't even challenge their admission into evidence because he wrote them to himself.
What a dumbass.
I know we're never supposed to say our clients are guilty, but hey, not my client anymore. He's guilty as sin.
You know, there has to be something, some loophole or...
None that I could find.
There has to be a way.
Not without the money. It's the only chip those Kettlemans have, and they refuse to play it.
I only want the Kettlemans to get off for the betterment of Saul, not the betterment of the Kettlemans. I want them to go to jail. But, like, it's just... I feel like the show intentionally made them pricks Just so you can make that harsh decision between yourself where it's like, nah, I don't want them to get off, but Saul needs this. Don't tell me he's... Oh, okay. For a second, I thought he was going to go... Remember the other guy's money? How it was his own? He's going to create his own state. This is so sick, honestly. I think compared to the emotional wreck last episode was, this one's like a breath of fresh air in terms of the vibe it's going for. Nice little apple tree just hanging there. What did he spray on it? Is he gonna burn it? What's Saul up to here? What's his antics now? Oh, they think the kids did it? Nah, come on. Bro, they... Leave the kids alone. You know what? Mike probably didn't have to pay the lawyer fees to Saul to do this. That's what he did. You don't have to pay me, but you do this for me. Oh, nothing. Just a casual breaking and entering. Possibly getting fingerprints. Oh yeah, because he wet the cash. Brother. I wonder how they filmed this. Bingo!
Jesus. Gets bigger every time I look at it. Thanks
That's
for
nothing.
not heading to the Bahamas with this.
Oh, that's all the money now. No, it's not. Oh yeah, he has to pay it back.
You know where you're going?
Am I correct in assuming we're now square?
Yep.
Square.
This is just the first of the little shady stuff. It's a sprinkle of it. He's not aware of it as of yet, like in the intentions, but like.
But before we get to the nitty gritty, I think we should chat about your deal.
We told you there will be no deal.
You did, didn't you? However, circumstances have changed.
What circumstances?
To answer that, might I suggest that you go check on that money you insist you didn't take? In the upstairs bathroom, under the sink? Wait, how could you?
Yo, the pace in which he jetted up those stairs.
No.
It's okay. It's gotta be there somewhere.
I love how they like place the microphone in the bathroom and you can hear it.
What did you do with it?
By it, you mean...
Where is it?
Oh, you mean the money. On its way to the DA's desk, right about now.
What? You thief.
Takes one to know one, doesn't it?
Took it? How did you take it?
A good magician never reveals his secrets. Now, here's what we're gonna do.
Oh, you don't tell us what to do. You stole from us. We will have you arrested.
I can see how upset you are, and even on a good day, you and logic are... Think about what you just said. Criminals have no recourse, and you two, you're criminals, big time.
How dare you?
Luckily, we have a very talented lawyer who has found a way to minimize the damage you've brought upon yourselves.
Oh, you're fired.
Oh, I quit already. No, I'm talking about Kim Wexler now. You're gonna go back to her, you're gonna apologize for your hasty decision to terminate her services, and you're gonna fall on her mercy and take that deal.
We'll tell about the bribe you took.
You could do that. You absolutely could, and I'd be in a mess of trouble, a real pickle. But so would you, Mrs. Kettleman. Because right now, only Mr. Kettleman is on the hook for the whole embezzlement kerfluffle. But the bribe, we're back to calling it a bribe? Yeah, that implicates you as well.
It does not. It was all me.
No, it wasn't. I'll make sure everyone knows that. Thing you folks need to know about me? I got nothing to lose.
I love that.
Christ,
Love
you should
that.
see my office.
Let's find another lawyer.
Betsy.
No, no, no. We don't have to put up with this.
Hold DL,
I
bitch.
will not be treated this way.
Betsy.
Hold it.
The kids.
Craig actually cares.
We have to do this for the kids. They can't lose us both.
I still think Saul has something up his sleeves here. Oh no. That was just a harsh. I feel like we're going to be seeing a lot of meetings in this car park. Okay, this is a big meeting. He did this for Kim. Shout out Kim. Not the Kardashian, the blonde one, the good one. I don't know if the other one's good. I like her, but like, I don't know. I'm saying anything now. Hold that. Thank you. Hold that. I wonder if there's going to be anything intimate between Kim and Saul. It looks like there might have been in the past, but it seems like almost as if they're like brother and sister helping out. That's how I see their relationship. You gotta take the corner office. You gotta. Or he might leave for Kim, just in case. Not the door. Leave it for the trash can. I wonder if we're gonna see these bursts of outrage from Saul more often. Was that because Kim is not here with him for the firm? She didn't say yes? Like, he shot his shot, but she said no. And she's like the final piece of the puzzle that he wants with him? Or was it because he did something incredibly shady right there? In terms of, like, breaking into her. And he feels responsible and guilty for what happened to the Kettlemans.
Law offices of James M. McGill, how may I direct your call?
Damn. He had to put on the persona at the end there. That was a struggle. That was a struggle. That was a fantastic episode. I do not care what anyone says. That was... Listen, it was such a fun episode throughout. It was different. The vibes were different from, obviously, the 5-0 episode with Mike. But then towards the end, obviously, we delved into a much more serious tone with what's going on through Saul psychologically and what he's had to deal with. You know, he had to probably ball up all that energy and, you know, show that sort of tough guy bravado in front of the Kettlemans, when deep down he was probably really hurting for what he did and didn't really want to do what he did. But obviously he did it for Kim. But I feel like at the end it's a mixture of everything that's going on, in my opinion. Obviously not having Kim there with him, and obviously getting the Kettlemans back. But Kim maintains that she's going to be there probably longer, or like restores a bit of like integrity for her back at that law firm, and it means she's probably going to be without Saul longer there. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy my reaction. This show is absolute. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. As always, been your boy Elie Moses. Take care. God bless. Peace.